off with a statement.
As I said previously, anything can happen in March, and today our team came out and played extremely well against a team, in my opinion, in Duquesne that has a 36 RPI, that has wins over Duquesne, that was ranked 17th at the time, has wins over West Virginia, had a narrow loss to North Carolina. They've had 4 losses by a total of 7 points. This is an extremely talented team and a talented coaching staff. I was talking with the sports information on the way in here. I mean, Susie McConnell-Serio is the best point guard in U.S. history. She's fantastic. She knows what the heck she's doing. I have a lot of respect for her staff as well. But with that said, really proud of our team today. Came out. Everybody that has been following us the last couple games have been talking about turnovers ad nauseum, and this is a team in Duquesne that I knew they would pressure us significantly. They have several quick guards that play just as hard as Susie did when she was a player at Penn State, and we were able to take care of the pressure today. Only had 17 turnovers, and I was really proud of that fact, because we've reduced it and reduced the points that we're giving up off of turnovers. I thought there was only 2 that led directly to fast break points, 2 turnovers that led to 4 fast break points, but we did an excellent job of taking care of it. We had a handful of shot clock violations. I'm fine with that. This is a game that I knew would come down to the 50s. I thought if we got to 55 first, I felt pretty good. And we made some free throws down the end and to help get us over 60 and over that 55 mark, like I said. But we won this game at the foul line. When you outscore a team by 17, we made 22 of 28. It's a fantastic stat. We got to the line early and single and double bonus in the second half, which I thought was a turning point because we were struggling to get some shots up. Yet, with that said, we still shot 50% in the second half. But by far, the momentum changer, as everybody knows, would be Jill Stein's 2 buckets right at the buzzer. A back-breaking 3 when Duquesne had shut us down, forced her to throw up a high-arching shot. We took the lead on that 3, yet they took it right back. But the momentum with the crowd changed after that, and you could tell it was a game where our fans did not want us to lose. And we did a good job of following their lead. She makes another shot at the buzzer, and you couldn't hear yourself think. At the next media timeout, the team's yelling at me, you gotta yell shot clock that it's winding down, and yelling at the bench, you gotta tell us when it's winding down, and all of us looked at each other like, we are yelling it, you just can't hear it. So we had some good exchanges during timeouts, but I was really pleased with the effort. We had a consistent effort from start to finish today, and you had to when you play a game against Duquesne. Like I said, this is a team that, in my opinion, should be in the NCAA tournament. They have the highest RPI at 36, not in the NCAA tournament. There are 2 BCS at-large teams that got in, one with a losing conference record, another, I think, with a 500 record that got in above them, and this is a team that deserves to be there. So with that said, I'm really pleased with our team's performance today, because this was a big win for our program and a big win for the MAC. Now you have 2 teams from our conference in the 3rd round, and now you're waiting on Ball State. They play later on against Northern Iowa, so if they win, now you'll have 3 teams in our conference in the 3rd round, and it's a fantastic stat.
You talked about momentum. You didn't feel it went away from you, though. You mentioned Jill's 3 and then they scored twice, but you guys still had the confidence because of the 3 in the crowd. Did you feel that you weren't going to lose the momentum there?
I thought honestly, the biggest momentum swing I felt was in the first 4 minutes of the game where we came out flat. And it was, I knew we would. The way we just ran out onto the floor, I just thought we came out flat. And you could tell that. I think we got down 6-1, 8-2, something like that early on. And then I kept telling them, really the premise of the pregame speech was play one play at a time. Usually I talk to them about 4-minute battles, but I said play one play at a time, because because this is a team that has the ability to turn you over, to wear you down, and then you make tired mistakes that lead to easy points. So we wanted to play one play at a time, and I thought our kids did that. We came back after that initial, coming out initially flat, and then we're right there. But this was a game where nobody was going to run away with it. In my opinion, I thought this was going to come down to the wire and be a game in the 50s, which it was.
You had Jill hit the 2 shots right at the end of the shot clock, but those bracketed a run where she had a bunch of points in a row. I want to say 13 in a row. Will you talk a little bit about her play in that stretch offensively?
She was able to spin off a couple defenders down low. She got a nice reverse layup. She made her 2 foul shots there late in the game as well. But the kid made plays. We've gone to a big lineup now for the last 3 games, and that has given us, I think, a little bit of an edge as well, especially in the rebounding category. I mean, we out-rebounded them by 4 today, and you look at points and rebounds off the bench between Allison and Jill, we had 20 and 11 between those 2. So that's a pretty big combination. But you're looking at 24 rebounds between our post players, and that's a fantastic number. But she did a great job scoring, and with that said, I thought Alexis Rogers did a fantastic job on Luby. She's a kid that was highly recruited, chose Duquesne because of Susie and the staff, and that's a kid who I thought would be a game changer. She only averages 13, and I thought she had the ability, if we weren't careful, that she could drop anywhere between 20 and 25 on us. She's a kid that can score in a variety of ways, particularly over her left shoulder. She had a strong pivot foot. She knocked down a 3. She's now a 3-point shooter. It showed her range there, but I thought Lex Rogers did a good job of locking her up in the second half, and that was a big advantage for us.
Will you talk about Jill's play the last 4, 5, 6? She's had some double-figure scores, or has got a string of them going, and it looks like she has really found another level to her game.
She's playing extremely hard. Good things happen when people play hard, and that kid's playing hard. She's also playing with a broken finger that gets hit every day in practice. But I can't emphasize good things happen when you play hard, and she's the benefactor of that.
You mentioned free throw shooting. You have to be fairly confident late in the game with the free throw shooters you have. I mean, as a team shooting well, you have good free throw shooters on the floor. Does that give you any confident feeling when you're on the sidelines?
Most definitely. I knew we could come up with some plays where we could get some hand check calls because they were going to be more aggressive, and we did that. We got to the line, and then once we had that lead, they just had a foul at the end. They had a little bit of a timing error with our clock, and I thought that could have gotten Jillian out of some momentum, but she ended up making hers. But I feel really confident, and honestly, our best foul shooter is probably Bailey Carenduff coming off the bench. I mean, she shot every technical foul for us this year, but we have made them in crunch time. If you don't make those, you saw how quickly Abel was able to penetrate and score. I was having flashbacks from VCU last year when Hurt went 94 feet and scored at the buzzer in 6 seconds. So if we don't make those foul shots, they've got the ability to go 94 feet in a hurry, or look to kick it out for a 3, and they've got a good number of 3-point shooters that can knock it down. So if you don't make those foul shots, it's a different game, and we did today.